Hey everyone, welcome back to Automation. So this week I'm going to be taking the BroDozer truck that we made 2 weeks ago and converting it back to stock because some people asked me to do that and I thought it would be a fun idea for this video. You know, one of my policies in life has always been to not buy cars that have been heavily modified by their previous owners, but if you think about it, sometimes those mods are worth more money than what you've paid for the car. It's in its entirety. So say you buy a car and it's got some rare piece on it from the parts catalog that not many people have but a lot of people want. You can buy it, take that piece off and revert the car to stock and then sell that for a profit. And that's what we're going to do today. Let's cut off some of this junk and turn this thing back into work truck spec. Starting way at the beginning, in terms of the chassis, like nothing changes. In terms of the engine, I just tried to make it a more basic V8, so nothing changes. We didn't do any superchargers or anything like that to revert. 290 horsepower V8 is good enough. I do want to add the exhaust back though. I'm going to put a catalytic converter on it, and we'll put actual mufflers on it. That does cut our power a little bit. Actually, it cuts our power a fairly significant amount. Oh, that's not ideal. Okay, we're going for a three-way catalytic converter, and that gives us only a 20 horsepower cut instead of a 30 or more. Actually, it was almost 40 horsepower cut. So let's just keep it here. That should be fine. Obviously, the colors need to change, but first thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and start cutting off some of the fixtures that aren't going to be necessary anymore. Stuff like these backlights, I don't think we need that. The mural, I love it. Let's get rid of it. And the stickers, I think we can get rid of those. The back rack, same thing. We don't need a back rack this time. I completely forgot that the undercarriage is entirely painted orange except for the brakes. That is a nice touch on my part. Out goes the Batman logo. I don't think we're going to be needing that. Same thing with these. Take those off. The tow mirrors, we're going to revert them back to normal size instead of being the super extended variant because, yeah, it just looks a lot nicer this way. Oh, and the bullet holes should probably go too. The bumpers have been shaved on this truck, and the fenders are also big, so I'm going to cut those off. I don't think it needs them, and already it's starting to look more normal, I guess. The big thing to change would definitely be the wheels. I'm going to reset all the advanced trim aesthetic changes and put the thing back to normal where it looks extremely lame. Oh, it's so sad with these tiny wheels. Yeah, cutting down the wheel size just by itself makes a huge difference in the way that this truck looks. It is much more realistic with this sort of setup. I know 305 might be a little bit too big still. We could probably cut that down to 285 maybe. Yeah, that looks a little bit more realistic. We'll just need a little bit more offset to get them to poke out a little bit. And then there is a lot cleaner a look. Okay, back to fixtures. Actually, let's do colors first. The all body panels section, I don't know. I really like red trucks. I mean, I owned a red truck, so red is kind of my natural first instinct. This shine is really nice. Sort of a wine red is what we're going to go for. I'm going to go wine red and maybe we'll stick with the chrome, but without this like extra light stuff going on. We'll see how that looks. The roof is also going to be wine red and the tray is going to be a new color. We're going to do I guess a plastic, like a very dark plastic color that'll hopefully emulate a bed liner because it'll be sort of mattish. And obviously the undercarriage can't be this color anymore. We'll just go for that matte color I made earlier. There we go, that looks a little bit better. You can still see some of the trim is way off, but I still got some work to do. Okay, all panels on the trim. Chrome? No, that's awful, hold on. That looks infinitely better. It is way better. And I'm thinking black around there too. Looks really nice. We'll have to change the mirrors and the chrome and everything, and obviously these rims need to go, but that is a major improvement. It already looks more stock, more nice for sure. One of the things I need to do that I forgot about actually was put the bumper back on because it kind of didn't have a bumper there for a bit. We could probably, you know what, let's actually just use a fixture piece for that instead. I'm also going to extend out the back. Oh wow, that can get extremely long. It's not, okay, maybe not quite that long, but we'll go a little bit longer so it's a little more practical. It just looks nicer that way. I didn't realize this before, but you can chunk up the sides of this truck significantly. Just look at how wide these fender sides can get. That is huge and very, very flat on the front. We'll have to take that into consideration for next time because totally could have done that for the BroDozer variant, assuming that they would actually put enough money into it to do that kind of massive physical change. There is some stuff that I forgot last time. Looks like I missed a gas cap, and I also missed wipers and things, so we'll put those on too. First thing to do though is probably fix these rims because yikes. By the way, these are 20s and they still look extremely small. That's just how things work in this, I guess. These rims actually look kind of similar to the ones that you get on the new Lightnings. And this is a Ford body vehicle. I don't know if you could tell based on the window drop down, but it's, yeah, I mean, Lightning rims, not a terrible choice. This isn't supposed to be electric though. We could absolutely convert it to electric. It's been a while since I did that. I'm actually going to go with these rims. They have variants that have different levels of bolts. We got a 6-bolt variant, and then we have an 8. 6 makes more sense. This truck is not supposed to be heavy duty. So, yeah, I'm liking that a lot. Very simple, but a nice, elegant design. Trucks that are like way overdone are just not my style. This is definitely more my thing here. Should probably give this thing a proper name. Okay, this truck is desperate for some side trim, so I'm going to slap that on. We basically need an entire rear end, so I gotta do that, and we'll need a light up here too. Yeah, just basically all that's left now is details. We just need a lot more details, and obviously, well, one thing is maybe not as obvious is I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with this. We can just have it be like a chrome piece, which looks okay. It's not amazing. My original idea was going to be to just kind of change it to be a flat black piece, but now that this is sort of a deluxe trim car, I'm not entirely sure of that. It would look something like this, and I don't know, just doesn't quite fit in with the rest of the grille. Okay, so I just kind of went and did a whole bunch of stuff, so I should probably stop and explain to you what's happened. Rear end, I've called it the Fjord, or Ford, but also Fjord, but when there's a J in there, it could be a lot of different things. But I've called it a Jade because they always seem to name these trucks after some, like, either a mountain or some, like, metal something, like platinum, as an example, titanium, stuff like that. So Ford, Jade. Jade is a nice rock. Yeah, okay, we got lights, we got camera, we got action, we got another brake light piece up here. It's a fixed window at the back. I might fix that. Trim piece, fuel cap. We got side steps. We got rims that actually have definition. They look actually a lot like the Ram rims. I believe it's Bighorn. These ones kind of resemble. You can get those on, I believe, the 2500s and the 1500s. Nice rims. I actually almost bought a set for my truck. This thing pretty much looks like a Lightning, which was unintentional, but I'm kind of pleased with that. The color is more of what's drawing me to that, and the body style, and the weird, like, fact that the bed is stuck to the body, which we should probably separate, but it's fine. Front end, nothing has changed yet. I'm not keen on this, so I'm gonna try to put in an actual, like, front bumper aesthetic, I guess. We'll see how that goes. Other than that, stylistically, it's pretty much there. Like, it's definitely a lot more muted and a lot just kind of nicer than what it was previously. I haven't actually set the ride height I want yet, but like where we had it right here, 499, is pretty much perfect. It's still off-road stuff. It's still like decent suspension, but I don't know. I think I'm very interested in a bit of a shootout between this one and the previous one. By wheels alone, we might be significantly faster. And these are just like utility wheels. We could probably go for something more sporty as well. With a sport preset, we hit the ground running there. I'm still missing a couple key details. I want to put a badge in the grille. What else do I want to do? I think that's pretty much it. Oh, one thing I did that I always see on trucks these days, and my own one has it as well, but there's always a little like lip on the tailgate, so I added that to the truck as well. I just think it makes it look a little bit more realistic. Obviously this font is ridiculous and it doesn't make any sense, but I don't know, I just wanted to put something on there. What if it just says Bugatti on the front of this thing? Is anybody gonna believe me? Okay, I think I'm finished. I know that the front of it says Land Rover, but just pretend that that isn't there. It's probably good. Oh man, I spent way too much time on this. However, I am happy with the way it's turned out. I did add a 5.7 liter badge to the sides, just because I think that's really cool. And a lot of these trucks seem to have stuff like that. Oh, we probably need like a 4x4 decal on the back or something like that. It's just normal truck stuff these days. Okay, I think I have finally fixed this truck. It has been 40 minutes, but I've done it. It took a while, but I'm very pleased with the way that this turned out. It actually looks kind of legit. This isn't maybe as nice as I thought it was gonna be, but I don't know. Is it the font, maybe? It looks tacked on. I'm going to take it off. We're going for that clean appearance. We're keeping it nice. Let's send this thing into BeamNG and see if it's actually faster than its predecessor, just based on the fact that it has smaller wheels. That's honestly the only difference. Although the lack of 20 horsepower might make a significant difference, I'm not sure. Like, this isn't exactly a powerful thing. We could probably redo this with a twin-turbo EcoBoost. Hold on a minute. Oh my goodness, no, I accidentally added 2 extra sets of valves, and we gained a bunch of horsepower. Who would have thought? Wait, what? VVT and VVL? Oh no, more power? A high-performance intake manifold? What? Premium fuel? A tune? Hold on a minute now. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's an extra 100 horsepower right there. That is 368.2 horsepower. Just from a couple of different upgrades, just a few things. It makes a big difference when you really add it up. But yeah, let's just drop it right down to 2-inch exhaust, just to be realistic. 364.4 horsepower. I think that's a little bit better for our high output Eco Wind 5-liter V8. That's just a little bit nicer for the Jade edition of this truck, but I'm very pleased with that. Let's send this thing. Actually, we could probably get more power. Oh yeah, okay, a little bit more power was straight through. It's gonna be fast, maybe a little bit too fast. Wow, this thing weighs 3,000 kilos. That is incredibly heavy. Let's send it into BeamNG to see how she does. That's very exciting. Alright, here we are at Johnson Valley in BeamNG, and I did make a bit of a last-minute addition to this truck. I added the tow hitch on the back because I was like, you know what, if we're getting a truck, we should probably be doing truck stuff with it. But I haven't actually driven it yet. I wanted, well, I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, you know what, it works, it works. I can't be too surprised by that. The original model that this was based on also worked without any issues. So this is an advanced automatic transmission, but I'm just going to put it in sport mode, which should give us a little bit more oomph. I'm also driving in 2-wheel drive right now. Johnson Valley is a place that I wanted to go, honestly, just because it's very truck-centered and like off-road vehicle-centered. Not that this thing is made for off-road by any means. I'm also slipping like crazy, so back into 4-wheel drive we go. Oh yeah, no issues anymore. 4-wheel drive makes such a big difference on trucks because the engine is one of the heaviest bits and it's all the way up at the front, so when you get that 4-wheel drive engaged, you got endless grip. At least that's what I find with my own Ram, which just so happens to be the same color as this, by the way. No intentions there at all. It's not like I like red vehicles or anything. But yeah, I'm very pleased with the way that this truck turned out, and as I'm driving it, I just feel very confident with it. So why don't we do some fun stuff like towing and see how it does with that. And originally I was going to do a comparison between this and the BroDozer version, but like, there is no comparison. This one is just way better. I put a lot more time into this too, so it makes sense that it would turn out nicer. But let's hook up some trailers. Let's see how much this thing can tow. Okay, right out of the gate, I have spawned 2,000 kilos worth of planks just to see what that does, if that's actually going to be enough to even challenge this thing. I have no idea what kind of tow rating it would have, but it does weigh way too much, so oh wow. It is sagging a little bit on the rear with this trailer, but I'm confident. Let's go for a spin. Oh yeah, no, it doesn't feel any different at all. That's nothing. We gotta do better than this. I mean, 2,000 kilos worth of planks is a lot for a single axle trailer. It kind of seems like overkill and indeed overloading. But I kind of just want to run that same track section that I did previously and just see how it drives. To be honest with you, I have a bit of a thing with well, basically trailers and loading things. I just really, really enjoy it. It's one of those things I find to be very interesting. Oh my goodness, we're losing speed. Kick down, come on. Okay, 40 kilometers an hour trying to get up the hill with this. And down the hill, can we be controlled? Oh yeah, easy. You just gotta put the power down. You can't let yourself lose control there. But yeah, I've always really enjoyed like trailers and loading things up and trucks and heavy duty trucks, which is probably why I like SnowRunner so much. Like that's pretty much the name of the game, is figuring out your good weight balance and driving a heavy truck with way too much weight on the back of it. And in this game it allows me to do similar things, although the trailer hitch node is decoupled, which is unfortunate, but you make some concessions for games that are as enjoyable as this can be. I can hear my daughter making some noise. She's a little bit of a squeaker. But yeah, let's load up an even heavier trailer. Let's put something even heavier on it and see what this truck can do, because you know what? That ain't enough. Okay, so the name of the game here is we're going to try and get the rock bouncer to fit onto that little trailer there, which I don't think I'll have any issues with, and then we will drive it around the same course that I did previously with this truck. Now, that rock bouncer weighs 1,850 kilos, I believe, so it's actually a little bit lighter than the planks, but it is more of a dynamic load than the planks were, and also this trailer is bigger, so we are towing more overall, as I understand it. Let's put this in park. We'll put a parking brake on, and we will... Can I drop the loading ramp? Ah, that'll make it easier. These rock bouncers are a lot of fun, by the way. Let's try and see if it's too wide for the trailer. I think it probably is. Oh yeah, it is. It's it's definitely too wide. Who cares though? Put her on. Yes. Ah. Okay, I got it on there pretty much as straight as it's gonna get. I'm putting it in park, shut off the engine, and back to the trailer. We'll drop that landing gear back up. Wow, that's a lot of weight. The tongue is almost on the ground. And yeah, let's go for it. Put her in drive and off we go. Hopefully this doesn't kick down too much. We'll have to see how it does going up the hill. Again, this is much more static load because the thing is bouncing, or less static load I should say. Dynamic load because it's bouncing, it's moving, its weight is not as even as the planks are. I do have it pretty far up on the trailer. The reason for that is just better weight balance. Oh my goodness. 40, 30, 35, come on. Okay, easy. Yeah, no, we can do a lot more than this. One of the issues I have here is if we want to do a bigger trailer load, then it's going to be fifth wheel, but the fifth wheel hitch doesn't actually work unless you do some like messing around in J-beam, from what I understand, so I'm not exactly keen on that. Basically, the only thing I can do is just put heavier and heavier cars on this trailer and see what happens. So I got one more idea up my sleeve. Maybe we can get a little bit extra weight on the back of there. Maybe, just maybe. But yeah, truck towing, what is this package? Probably 3,000 kilos. Maybe a little bit less or more than that. Yeah, no issues. Let's see what it'll do with 4,000 or more. Oh, what's this? A yellow? Wow, that is an absolute puke yellow clone of the truck that we are currently driving. Keep in mind, this thing weighs 3,000 kilos all by itself. Let's pop her up on the trailer. I think it'll fit a little bit nicer than that rock bouncer will, and try to tow ourselves on the trailer around the track. I suspect that this is going to be a little bit more difficult, but I'm excited about it. Maybe we can go to the dunes a little bit too. Alright, poor trailer, I'm so sorry. Your weight limit is going to be exceeded today, my boy. Also, okay, I was going to say, this thing has an LSD. Like, I put a differential on it, and we're still sloppy here. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a challenge. Beautiful. It just fits. Shifter into park. Put on the parking brake. Switch back to the trailer. Oh my goodness. Well, the trailer's broken already and we haven't even set off yet. Alright, let's do it. Drive, and this is the heaviest load I can think of at the moment, unless we just pull a cement truck or something like that. Still in four-wheel drive, still in sport mode on the ESC. I'm going to go sport mode in the transmission as well, which is probably cheating, but the reality of this metric is that I'm not being very specific here. I'm going to try to lose this load after we get up on top of the hill. But yeah, a lot of weight. There's a lot of mass back there. Let's see what I can do. Up the hill we go, full power, full send. And the throttle is all the way down right now, you can see that. She's dying. She's losing. No, 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 no. Oh my goodness. The wheels are spinning, I'm just not getting any traction coming up here. But I can still do it. Oh my goodness. So what we could possibly do, I'm just gonna... Oh no, I can't stop. Forgot that this is such a significant slope. Oh no. What we could potentially do is have the truck that's in the trailer towing another trailer. So we'd be towing and then towing and then towing and then towing. That is such an awful idea that I really want to just try it once, so bear with me for a second here. This is such a bad / good idea. It's gonna... This is just not gonna happen. I'm gonna have to give it my all here, boys, but I'm gonna have a lot of fun doing it. Get ready. Okay, this setup legitimately has taken me... Let me show you what I've done here, but basically it's been like 10 minutes. We got a truck on a trailer, attached to a truck, which is on a trailer, attached to a truck, which we're going to attempt to drive up this hill, and I'm going to do it to the best of my abilities. Let's give it my all here. That's 3,000 kilos, plus 3,000 kilos, plus 3,000 kilos, plus whatever these trailers weigh, which is probably, say, 1,000-ish. So let's just bundle them up. Say 4 plus 4 is 8, plus whatever the truck is by itself is probably like 11. Averaging it out and just taking away some of the air, we probably are pulling 10,000 kilos worth of weight right now, and I am so darn excited to see what happens. First thing, I'm gonna turn off traction control, and I'm gonna keep it in high for now, but I anticipate that we're gonna need to... Oh my goodness. We're gonna need low range. Like, this ain't gonna happen. This is not going to be a high-speed run by any means. Oh man, this is way too much fun. Okay, triple trucks, let's do it. This is probably the most I've ever attempted to tow in BeamNG, but today's the day. I just felt like putting in the extra effort. Those other trucks are off, by the way, and the parking brakes are on. The trailers are obviously rolling free, but... Oh man, we got no traction. Zero grip. Oh no, it's too much weight for the dirt. Wait a minute, hold on. Let's put ESC back into sport, see if I can get a little bit extra traction. Nah, it's just cutting power. Oh man. I was so close to freedom. Backing up a double trailer is a little bit out of my expertise, but I'm gonna try it. Oh my goodness, we're jackknifing. Sport mode, full send, full send. No. Okay, you know what? Turn it around. We can't make it up the hill, obviously. But maybe I can drive out onto the road, perhaps? I just want to do something with this setup. Just to let me do something. Okay, downhill we can definitely go back into high. Yeah, easy. Look at this. I've often thought about doing like a towing showcase or something like that, but it's never quite worked out the way that I wanted to, mostly because it takes years to like set up all the trailers and everything. It just takes way too long. Oh my goodness, no, don't you dare not even be able to make it up a slight grade. What the heck? We can't make it up any grade on this surface. I feel like I'm playing SnowRunner. Man, the transmission would be absolutely wrecked, but I am doing it. Just like deathly slow. I think the back of the middle trailer is dragging on the ground and that's causing some problems, but we are moving forward, so I'm going to consider that to be a bonus. Keeping my hand on the throttle, switching into high, so we get less wheel spin. Yes, yes, okay. Can we build up enough speed to get over to the road and then to crash this absolute monstrosity? That's what I want to do now. I think the road is just over there. I'm going to try my best to get there without getting stuck. Come on, sport mode. Do something. Manual maybe? No, this is first gear. By the way, this is a 10-speed transmission. I thought we would be able to find the right ratio for this kind of weight, but it's clear that that's just not the case. Once we have full traction on actual like pavement, it's going to make a huge difference. Oh yeah, okay, here we go. I see pavement. I see the way out, although this is probably not the best way for me to go. I see an incline as well, which is like my arch nemesis. Okay, we're gonna have to settle for desert for now. Come on, trailer. I should have put a 500 or 600 horsepower engine in this. Obviously, off-road tires would help too instead of the sport ones I'm running right now, but like we need more power, we need more traction, we need more everything pretty much to get this rig going. The trucks are bouncing and weaving. Oh, the engine is straining so hard. This is way too much. I thought that we could get some like catastrophic ending, but here I am out in the desert. I mean, I guess that in itself is a catastrophic ending. The truck itself is struggling and bouncing, which you know is a bit of a problem. Oh my goodness, I recognize this part of the track. I've actually driven this in a showcase, and that is an absolutely wicked ramp that we have no chance at taking, so I'm gonna drop her down into low because we're struggling so much. Don't you dare give up on me. Okay, here we go, here we go. Hopefully, I believe you can cut this way to get down to the street. If we can get on pavement, we'll have so much more grip. But it's all the way over there. Okay, here we go. This is where we go off-road, off the beaten path at the very least. The highs and lows, boys. I don't expect this to actually work, but I want to just roll with it and see what happens. We're doing a hard line down to the roadway. I mean, if I cut the gas out of those trucks, it might actually increase our ability to tow them, because that would be a couple 100 pounds. Oh, never mind. One of them fell off. Oh well. You know what? I'm gonna say that that was a pretty fun experiment, and we didn't actually make it as close to the road as I was hoping we would, but overall, I had a lot of fun messing around with these trucks, and I hope that you enjoyed watching it. We didn't really get to where we wanted to be, but you can see it wasn't too far away. More grip, more speed, more power. Next time on automation, what the heck are we gonna do next? Give me your ideas, give me your thoughts, and yeah, until then, got a lot more fun stuff up my sleeve. See you later, clones. Let's go smash into something hard here. Boys, I'm having way too much fun with this game, and SnowRunner, and other things on this channel, so stick around. Be sure to subscribe if you enjoy this content and you want to see more of it. I'm excited to make more basic trucks that can do way more than they should. Until then, I'll see you soon. Big thanks to those who have chosen to support this channel with the Join Button membership program and also Patreon. Check me out there if you want to support me a little bit extra. I basically have stopped caring about YouTube like income stuff these days. It's just like I'm way too busy with my daughter and I'm way too busy with my family, so you guys are keeping things consistent even when I'm not worried about ads and things like that, and I appreciate it a lot. Thank you to Overlord, Terrio1, Sinlab, J Pope, Davis Heister, Baja Blast, Goofy Plays, Phoenix Shark, Badger, Mancini Country, Shadow Jasper, I Look Van Highmilk, and Mike Bailey. I appreciate you all. See you guys again soon.